Coach's Corner is presented by Roanoke Valley Harley-Davidson. Stop by their store on Peters Creek Road for new and used motorcycles, service and repair, along with Harley-Davidson clothing and collectibles.
Hello and welcome in to another episode of Coach's Corner. I'm Mitch, Stewart, and this morning I'm joined by Dawgs head coach Dan Bremner. Dan, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Mitch.
You guys have had a really good run of results here lately. You took on Knoxville and Huntsville over the span of 5 games, first 3 here at home, and then you had to go get the road work done. You're able to get the 2 points in all of those games that you guys had over the last 2 weekends. What did you take away from your team's performances in those games against 2 of the league's better teams?
At home we continue to play really, really well in those 3 games. Even in the 3-3 where we were playing like a rested Knoxville, we showed up and we battled hard. And the compete level at home has been consistent all year. It's been really impressive to watch our guys. On the other side, it's awesome to get it done and get the 4 points on the road. But that room, and we've talked about it. They understand that the effort's just been different, and I hate to use the word effort, but energy or compete level, or just what we're able to put in. Like, it seems like whether it's sickness or the bus or whatever, we seem to be a bit more lethargic on the road. And both those games, the first one, T-Roy gets his win, and well-deserved. He's been playing so good for us the last while, and unfortunately, the games that we've given him, our team hasn't shown up as much as we should have in front of him. And on Friday there, he had a heck of a game, and he was a big reason why we won that game. He held us in there for sure. And then against Huntsville, Rotobush played really well again, just like we expect from him. And we let that team claw their way back into a game where we kind of had it in hand, and a few mental errors gave them the opportunity, and they're a very good team over there, and if you give them the chance, they're going to get back into it. So, the takeaways are 2 big points every game, 5 in a row now, that's huge, but it is still trying to find our balance on the road.
You talked about the goaltending performances from Tyler Roy and Austin Rotobush being spectacular, and defensively for you guys across those games, you only give up 11 goals against those 5 games, against those opponents. What did you think about what your group showed defensively, especially now that you're missing a couple of guys throughout the lineup?
Yeah, the guys that have been plugged in have stepped up in a big way, and it's been team defense though. You think of a couple lines that are pretty consistent for us at home as far as that Widmer and Ford line, and then Galley and Cello going all the time. When you're spending a lot of time in the offensive zone, we're not playing defense as much. So those guys are really carrying the torch that way. But as far as the defensive side, it's been team buy-in. Our blocking shots has been up. The sacrifice for it. We talk about visible effort, and you can go to the point and pencil and kind of get thin, and pucks maybe go by you. Our guys across the lineup have shown that effort. They've gotten low. They've done whatever it takes to try to find a way to block a shot. So it's been a big team effort for sure, but the credit goes on the back end, obviously, with the goalies. They've been huge for us.
We've talked a bit about Carson Gallagher throughout the year and kind of his evolution from maybe his first day here with the Dawgs to what he's now shown at this point in the season. He won the January Player of the Month in the league, and he comes up again in those huge moments down on the road in Huntsville, not only potting the first goal in the shootout, but he gets the game winner on his second attempt. What have you thought about his growth throughout the season since he's been here with the Dawgs?
It's been really fun to watch. The minute he got here, it was kind of, we're scratching our heads on who the player we actually got. We were depleted at the time, and we were looking for a body, a forward to plug in, and he became available. And then, we did our video on him, and when he stepped on the ice here, he was a completely different guy as far as his energy, as far as his motor, nonstop with his feet. And I think he's only grown in confidence, and he's grown in conditioning, and you see it more and more. And then getting him paired with Municello has been huge. The two of them play a similar game where their feet never stop. Their compete and their effort is off the charts, and they've been awesome for us. I think there's more room to grow. I think he just continues to get better, so we're excited for that.
You guys had some players moving up and down the lineup, maybe some different roles or different positions completely here this past weekend. Matty O'Day, of course, sliding back to defenseman where he's been very comfortable, but Andrew Harley sliding in and kind of taking his role on that center line with Municello and Gallagher on that line on Sunday at Huntsville. What did you think about the adaptability of these guys to go out and figure out a way to get the 2 points, even if it may not be where they're most comfortable?
Yeah, Matty O'Day is a guy from the outside, might get overlooked sometimes, but as far as I'm concerned, every year can be an MVP for us. The way, how valuable he is in all those situations. You get short on the back end, he's there. You get short on the front end, he's there. You need some speed on the power play, you put him in. He's very capable in every situation. And then with Harley, Harley's a guy that simple game, hard game. I think everybody likes to play with him because of that. And you know, he's been with Joe and Ford a little bit, and he's seen success there. And again, I think it's because he's a very simple player and he knows his job and he goes out there and he does it every shift. We moved him over to center, and he's been a heck of a center too. He won the majority of his draws, and he's heavy in the dot. So, you know, another guy that's versatile, and you know, you get 4 or 5 of those guys that are versatile that you can move around like that. It makes our job so much easier in here.
You guys get Knoxville here at home Thursday night, and then you have to hit the road to Macon, where those last 2 results have kind of been at 2 opposite ends of the extremes, where you had that win here at home, and then you guys went there that Sunday and had the loss against the Mayhem the last time. What are you hoping to see from your group here this weekend in this 3-3? How do you guys get another successful weekend here against the Ice Bears and the Mayhem?
Yeah, you know, at home we look to continue the energy. Obviously, a little snow coming in, and we don't know what the crowd will look like, but hopefully everybody shows up and is loud for us, as they always are. And we feed off that energy here. It's obvious. You know, the energy throughout our lineup at home is unquestioned. So the home game, we're expecting just another performance that we've been putting on all year long and making sure that we're dialed in. You know, 3-3s, we talk about all the time. You start the right way, it makes the whole weekend easier. So we're going to be focused on that game 1. And we'll worry about the rest of the weekend after when it comes to heading down there. I hope maybe a little fuel to the fire. The last time we were in Macon, definitely underperformed, and you know, we didn't have enough guys that showed up. And any team in this league right now, you know, is good enough to win on any given night. So if we don't show up, results will be similar. I hope we can have a little bit of fire from that little spanking we took down there last time.
All right, Dan. Appreciate your time. Best of luck to you all this weekend.
Thanks, Mitch.
That's going to do it for this episode of Coach's Corner. The Rail Yard Dogs at home on Thursday against the Knoxville Ice Bears before they hit the road to take on Macon. And make sure to check out next weekend. The Dogs will be packing it out Friday night and Saturday night against Pensacola on February 28th and March the 1st. Make sure to go online and get your tickets now while you can. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you have a great rest of your day.